There are certain fighters I want in Smash that seem so unlikely at this point that I live out those dreams by making stupid little videos about moveset ideas. Now the first few I did were themed around spooky Nintendo characters, because there is no horror representation in Smash. And I love survival horror. And my favorite game of my whole life is Silent Hill. Now I got a nice fat folder of moveset videos that I promise will not be as stupid as this. But please just let me have this one.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said,
Pyramid Head. The manifestation of James Sunderland's guilt and desire for punishment for his crime of... Modeled after Silent Hill's past executioners, whom he presumably saw in the painting at the Historical Society when touring the town with... Alright, now look, Sakurai. I know you're watching this, and I know what you're thinking. Hey! How could this possibly work? The guy only appears in like 7 moments of only 1 entry and only has like 3 moves. Big knife, big spear, and sexual assault. How can you build a moveset around that?
Challenge accepted.
This is why I designed the unofficial mascot of the series as a sort of rep for the game itself. There's a healthy dose of his own moves, but others are references to other aspects of James's psyche. His standard appearance is of course as the red pyramid thing, the butcher's robe, the big-ass butcher's knife, and the pyramid thing. And for his alts, he can just be the blue pyramid thing, the yellow, all the colors. And one for James, since that's where he comes from. He enters the stage by dragging himself and his blade through a materialized portal to the other world. Now you might be picturing Pyramid Head in Smash like this, but I imagine it more like this. Okay, not really like that. Now, I know you'd expect him to be super slow like in the game because the point of the Great Knife is to be a burden on its carrier. But for the sake of balancing, in Smash he moves no slower than Ganondorf. He would surely be a heavyweight fighter, but a strangely agile one, with little knockback because all the tonnage lies in the knife, which actually keeps him grounded.
And I base that on absolutely nothing.
His jab is your basic standard punch. Just a punch, cause he's got one free hand, why not? His forward tilt is a push with the side of the Great Knife. Nothing lethal, but similar to the push he gave James on the roof of Brookhaven. His up tilt can be a head bash with the pointy tip of his helmet, and his down tilt is a body slam in reference to the inappropriate smotherings of Abstract Daddy. His dash can be a sword attack similar to Link, which has more starting lag, but also more damage and knockback. Now how the guy can jump is beyond my imagination, but just give him the standard double jump and call it a night. A heaven's night. A heaven's night. As for when he's suspended mid-air, his neutral aerial is maniacally flailing around, referencing the mannequins. His up aerial reaches up and cuts their feet, referencing the mandarins. His down aerial latches onto an opponent before spiking them, referencing the flesh lips. And his front and back aerials are just both knife attacks, because what the hell do you want? I'm running out of ideas here. Now obviously, he'd use his one free hand for the grab, but what next? I'm a Silent Hill purist, so I'm definitely not gonna use the film as a reference point. I'm not gonna say he grabs people with one hand, twists their skin for the pummel,
That's gotta hurt!
tosses them forward, backward, upward, and on the ground. I could say that, but...
It's gotta hurt!
His smash attacks are all executed by the Great Knife. The forward smash is far more fatal than the forward tilt because it's the stabbing thrust he killed Maria with in the hospital. His up smash is a back-to-front swipe that arcs over his head. And his down smash strikes the ground to create a large shockwave similar to Ike's move. His neutral standard is spitting an acidic liquid from his chest, referencing the lying figure, which is like the Goomba of Silent Hill 2. His up special is a third recovery jump equidistant to the other two, but he's protected by one of those cage thingies used in executions as depicted in the museum painting. His down special is not some obligatory counter, but a torrential downpour, in reference to James's symbolically flooded otherworld. It acts as a barrier that damages anyone who touches it. And lastly, his side special is... Rap? Oh, wait, no, that says rape. My first impulse for his final smash was 2 pyramid heads, but it's too obvious and I didn't want just another cutscene based attack. So instead, he trades his knife for his spear and improved mobility to execute anyone on stage with it. And when Pyramid Head can take a 3-second break from kicking so much ass, his up taunt stares at the crowd, his side taunt is the strange hand motions, and his down taunt is that look of accomplishment he wears after shoving James off a rooftop. And when he has kicked all the ass there is to kick, his victory pose is the spear dance. Although, I don't know if he should stab himself in the neck with it. As for his stage, how do you pick a single location from this amazing game, or even the bigger, amazing town it takes place in? Part of me wants to just make one of those platforms that travel around a whole map like the Skyloft or Delfino stages.
Challenge accepted.
I know there's already a lot of sword fighters in Smash, but come on, there is no survival horror representation in Smash. Sure, you could pick Jill or Leon, but come on! I just want everyone in Smash at this point. All the great gaming icons, big, medium, and small. But that's virtually impossible, so that's why I make these stupid little videos. But I promise the next character I make a moveset for won't be nearly as ridiculous as this. I just couldn't help myself. Silent Hill is my favorite game, and Smash is the ultimate game. This was the only way I could combine them. And while I'm at it, here are all the other fighters I really want that are so ridiculous that I couldn't even think of movesets for them.